Hi everybody and welcome to Monday, October 24th. For today you have 3 assignments, so let's get into it. Your due now today is no red ink. It is titled Benchmark 2. Please complete the one that says Benchmark 2. You will have 10 to 15 minutes to complete it. It's an exam, so make sure you get through it. Afterwards, you are going to complete the How to Format a Title, which is a Nearpod in Google Classroom. So when you go to Google Classroom, it will have that Nearpod right here, and then a Google Doc. Focus on the Nearpod first, and I'm going to do it step by step with you. When you click this, you are going to get a screen that looks like this. It's going to ask you to sign in, and then you are going to go ahead and continue. So mine says how to format a works title. Okay. So what words do we capitalize? I'm going to go through this step by step, you guys. So when you're capitalizing titles, specifically titles of books, novels, movies, songs, etc., you need to make sure you're capitalizing nouns, which are people, places, things, ideas, verbs, anything that's action or linking, adjectives, which are describers, how do we describe a person, a place, a thing, or an idea, and adverbs. These describe how an action is done. Adverbs modify verbs. They can also modify adjectives, or they can even modify themselves. So these 4 words are capitalized, as well as the first word in a title or after a colon. So if you have something like my name, the word my, or the M in my, is capitalized because it's the first word in the title. Okay? So that's how we capitalize that. Quick quiz for you guys. I have to give some sort of answer. What parts of speech or words are capitalized? I'm going to put nouns, and I'm going to go ahead and move on. Here's the thing. It's going to tell me, oh, I didn't quite get that right. Okay, moving on. So here are some examples of nouns. People, places, things, ideas. So people like Jose, Mr. Lopez, cousin, student. Places, Santana, zoo, school, Starbucks. Things, night, banana, building, trumpet. Ideas like love, laughter, joy, economy. So one of our later books that we will read, called The Joy Luck Club, has ideas in the title, and they are capitalized. They have nouns. Okay. Here's some examples of verbs. They are actions, linking, and then auxiliary. Linking verbs are words that link together. Okay. She is smart. She is not doing anything. Is connecting. She is the word smart. Capitalize any linking verbs. With auxiliary, you actually do not capitalize those. So if your title is joy is given, okay, that's an auxiliary verb. So is would not be capitalized. Unless it's a linking verb, then it would be capitalized. And just as a reminder, I'm not expecting you to be an expert, but I'm expecting you to know what words to capitalize and what words not to. Okay, for adjectives, you have opinion, size, age, shape, color, origin, material, and purpose. It's important to remember with adjectives, adjectives modify nouns. So that means you can have a object like a car, that's a noun, and you can say the pretty car, the old car, the square car, the color, the yellow Peruvian plastic car. That would work for you. Okay, so these are adjectives. They are what you remember from when you were little, when you would describe things. So if someone is tall or young or purple or sparkly, etc. Okay. Lastly, there are adverbs. Okay, adverbs are capitalized. Adverbs usually will modify a verb. So Penny looked up at the sound of her name. The verb here is looked up. That's the action. She's looking up. The fact that she's doing so abruptly, remember that ly, okay, tells us, that's an adverb. Let's go here. They can also modify adjectives. Remember, adjectives are those kind of descriptors. So you can say something like, the lake glistened in the morning sunlight. And then you put the clear lake glistened. This is the adjective. It's modifying what the lake looks like. Strikingly is the adverb. It's that ly. It's telling us how clear. And then here are some more modifiers. So adverbs can also modify other adverbs. So for example, she read the instructions. Read is the verb. She read the instructions very carefully. Carefully is actually the first adverb. You can just say she read the instructions carefully. But by saying very carefully, that's another adverb with an adverb. The shot landed far out of bounds. Here's the first adverb. This adverb modifies this one. And then they can even modify entire sentences, because you can say Jimmy forgot the onions, or you can say unfortunately, ly, Jimmy forgot the onions. Okay, it modifies or changes the meaning of the rest of the sentence. Okay. You're gonna have your, oops, interesting. You have an open-ended question that should pop up. If your open-ended question does not pop up, go ahead and go to the bottom right here, and you should be able to open up. There it is. Okay, so you should be able to open up the menu from the bottom if yours gets stuck like mine. So I'm asking, please provide an example of a noun, verb, adjectives, or adverb. Go ahead, copy this format. That's fine. Okay. And then you're just going to write down whatever your word is. So I'm going to write down tacos. And I'm not going to fill out the rest for you, but yes, tacos are a noun. I'm going to submit and move on. How do you use quotes or italics? Okay, this is the big one. Quotation marks are for poems, short stories, essays, songs, chapter titles, magazines, newspaper articles, television episodes, or pages of websites. Anything that's short, chicos, make that quotation marks, make those little air quotes. It's small, it's itty bitty, it goes in those quotes. Italics are for anything longer. So novels are long, anthologies are huge collections of works, albums, movies, magazines, newspapers, TV shows, plays, entire websites. They're huge, so they're italicized. They go to the side. But if they're itty bitty and they're small, they fit in quotation marks. So let's look at some of this. I ask you guys to go ahead and match them. You're going to be asked to match, for example, and quotation marks do not go with italics, but quotation marks do go with chapters from stories. And if that's not the right set, just try another one. See, that worked. Okay? All right. And then you have titles in quotation marks. So here's how you would title how you would format a poem, a short story, an essay, a song, or a chapter title. Okay. Here's how you would continue to format the magazine article, a newspaper article, or television episode, or a website page. Here is a novel, an anthology, collection of work, an album, a movie, a magazine, a newspaper, a TV show, a play, or a website. Okay, it's all in italics because they're longer works. Right? And that's the end of this Nearpod. Once you have finished, you are good to submit it. You're going to head back to Google Classroom and you're going to click on this document that says title, capitalization, and formatting. You're actually going to use what you just learned and what you just applied into this. So, for example, I'll give you guys the first couple ones if you're watching this video. If you have a poem, you need to know, okay, is this italicized or is this in quotes? Let's check. So you should be able to use the Nearpod for this, and we'll look for it. A magazine, newspaper, TV show, play, website. Remember, poems usually are shorter, and if something is shorter, then it's usually in quotation marks. So let's see, there it is, poem. They're in quotes. And this is how they would capitalize it. Do not go gently into that good night. So when we go back, we would capitalize this. We would know it's in quotes, so I'm going to put the quotes first. I'm going to go back in the middle. And remember, the first word is always capitalized. So, the road not taken. Well, road is a noun, okay? Not is part of the verb, and taken is the verb. So, the road not taken. Easy. Magazines. Okay, same thing. Let's go back. Let's find out. Magazines usually are longer. This is a magazine article, but this is just one story in the giant magazine. So let's keep looking. And italics, let's see. There it is, magazine, the New Yorker. So if you need to know how to italicize something, go up, chicos, right here to the dock, and go ahead and press italic. It will turn your cursor sideways. So then you may just write, well, the first word in a title is always capitalized, so women's. Don't forget the quotes. Health. Health is an adjective, so we're going to capitalize that. There you go. All right, and I'll do one more with you guys, okay? Novels. Same thing, let's go back. Novels are longer, so would they be in quotes or italics? Sorry guys, I had to give you that moment to think. It's longer, okay? So novels, Arusha and the City of Gold. It's in italics, okay? As a reminder, so it's a novel, it's in italics. We go back up, we go italics, so go sideways, and we put the, remember the first word is always capitalized, okay? Lord is a noun, Lord, okay? Notice of the is not any part of speech that we covered, so it stays lowercase. Flies is a noun, so it's capitalized. And there you go. Okay, you just keep doing this all the way down, and that's it. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I will be up on Go Guardian, and this is all you're doing all class. Again, let me know if you have any questions. Other than that, I'll see you guys in class on Tuesday. All right, bye.